Yo, this TJ Mufasa checking in real quick. I got all my duels from qualifiers. I made qualifiers for the first turn. I got up on here, did what I was supposed to. Bro. Got up on here. I ain't get all the way to, I ain't get to the like I made it's basically regionals, so you make it to regionals. And then regionals, after that you make it to finals and stuff. So you gotta come in a certain amount of spots to make it to finals. But I made it to regionals. I was able to qualify. You gotta get the level, what is it, level 20? You gotta get the level 20 on that max. You gotta max out. Once you max out, they take you to a spot where you start gaining points and stuff like that. So I got to the last notion. How many points they got? Like you got like players that's able to get a certain amount of points. I got 3,434 points. So say first place person, he gonna have like all the way up to I want to say like it could have been like 100,000 points. I could be over exaggerating, but I was switching my Blue Eyes gameplay up every hand now for qualifiers because I play with Blue Eyes. First I was playing with Blue Eyes Pure with Cypher Divine. Then I started having to switch it up because the format kept getting tougher. So after that, I switch over to Blue Eyes Horus. I try a few Blue Eyes Horus packages. I'm switching back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Then I finally just say, you know what? Let me just try this Blue Eyes Primate. Because going against Blue Eyes Primate, they snapping off. I see Drill Beam. I like Drill Beam now. I be really getting it in with that Drill Beam. I try to build with Scream, Primate Scream. I mess with Roar too, because Roar is a good graveyard card. Once they normal, something will get them up out of there. Scream do too, but Scream like a brick card. And I feel like in order to play Scream, Primate Scream, you gotta have you at least 2 Primate Roars. I run 1 Roar. I ain't trying to really put up too many spaces, I ain't gonna lie. I run all them hand traps. I'm drinking good lemonade right now. Or with this limeade. I'm drinking good limeade. But look, he tried to go on ahead, Maxie. I'm paying attention to the matches a little bit. But I say I made it. I'm all good, clear check to go. He surrendered. We gonna go to the next match though. All you mostly seen was some Fiend Smith and stuff. Excuse me. Yeah, there go another straight up Blue Eyes hand. What this against Tempai. Let's see, when you see a match against them, you don't really want to go on ahead and feel good once you win. Here go that Horus package right then and now. That's what I was talking about. This was gonna make sense to me. That's my Horus build. That's before I had to go on ahead, switch over to that Primate. Let's see what Horus gonna be able to do. Cause I wasn't really trying to fold like that. We gonna go on ahead. Put that right there for that spirit. Put that roar. That roar. Send that Blue Eyes to grave. Put that Blue Eyes out. that Tyrant Man out there. Yeah, ultimate spirit. Use that, bring out another blue eyes. Smack that, smack dab. Throw that out there. Look. Dragon Ruler of Inferno. What that's gonna do? Nothing. Finish him off with that M-Sadie. Finish him off with that M-Sadie. Like, what that's gonna do? Nothing. Nothing. He tweaking out. That's gonna do. Yeah, who we got right here? Look, here go Horus package all over again. We got Horus package again. Let's see if I get to use it going against Primite. That's when it get tough. All through qualifiers. Look, you see that Primite? Got that loyalty load out. I'll be surprised anything go right on my end going against Primite, huh? With no hand traps in my hand. Imagine that. I ain't got no hand traps this match. I don't know what's gonna happen. Honestly. Let's see what he doing. He's almost smack that. He sent him a blue eyes out. He just crippled himself though. That was a, I don't know if he misplayed or not right there, but he must got him a handful of brick cards. But we can get that spirit. Got Vela. I at least get one hand trap. Throw that right there. He drill beamed the raw. 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 And he look, and he just ogred the true light. He ogred the true light. He wild. That's what's finna happen now. Look, that's what's finna happen now that he did that. Look, I'm finna use that M-Sadie. It's finna get King Sarkov and the second Sarkov. King Sarkov, dump protection, then dump another guidance, then we gonna dump blessing. That's what it look like when you get the whole Horus package out. Now go ahead, stop playing. Boom, knock over. Use the effect. He tried to throw another blue eyes out there. Boom. Knock over that. Main phase 2, end phase. I smack a jet. Look, we smack a jet. I got the whole Horus package out with a jet. That's all I got left. Look, I make sure he don't get that drill beam. Like, you can't get a drill beam. He gone ahead. Look, he gone ahead get that spirit if he wants though. He already put that drill beam back down. Can't activate this time though. Nope. Ah man, what he doing? He had a whole hand trap for he had a dominance purge I just seen. Look at this. What he doing? He could have hand trapped. He threw the game, man. Yeah, he threw the game or something. Then I got another Horus package again with 3 hand. Look, I got 3 hand traps. Let's see what's first going down. You gotta, hey, look. You gotta go first. When you going against top competitors, if y'all don't go first, it'd be cooked. And like a high majority of the times you cook. Whoever go first is the winner almost is what it seems like. The only time is if they got a brick hand. And that's possible. But when you going against like Fiend Smith and all that type of stuff, they got Fiend Smith package that's able to go ahead, get them either that Deputy out. They either able to go ahead, get that Fiend Smith track, that Lacrima, anything close to that where you could just pop off. Of course the Engraver, but anything where they pop off, they finna pop off. You finna go ahead and pretty much already just expect them to set up that board, because I'm looking for them to put that dazzle ray up there. If I see that dazzle ray going out first and with some hand traps they already got, it's looking pretty ugly. But right here, look, I got a jet and perm. I got a spirit. I got a hope harbinger and an ash. So far, that's 3 known stops. We can switch over to 4 stops. I was in, because you know, usually we call that being impatient once you gotta take away the spirit for a graveyard. But you ain't got no choice at times, because it's possible they could Reigeki you, lightning storm you, do anything crazy, and you don't want that to happen, then your whole board gone. So you need them negates. You need them negates bad. You need them negates bad. Or they gonna try to destroy your true light, anything like that. I've seen no cosmics this whole format, no cosmic cyclones. None too crazy like that. I've seen feather dusters. I got feather dusted a few times. So, but you gonna want to get your negation out there. You need that spirit dragon. You need that heavy. But with Horus package, I'm running Hope Harbinger with that package. Hope Harbinger and Photon Lord. Photon Lord helps stop the Nibiru. Stop the Nibiru act up if they you know, just gotta do stuff in time, man. You know. This Sky Striker play. Sky Striker was putting in work. I ain't even gonna lie, they were putting in work. Sky Striker put in work. They put in work. I had a few games Sky Striker had me on the ropes. The decks that was going hard, Sky Striker, Ronick. Ronix was hard to go against. Ronix beat me a few times with that. They gonna make you run out of cards in your deck. Like Ronick had you stuck. Like you playing around. But he just solid. Try to get rid of them life points. He a fool. Look, send that Horus right back out. He playing around. Use that awesome infusion. I just got me a tyrant now. He tried to widow anchor my Horus. Like widow anchor my Horus. That's what you choose. Widow anchor my card. Okay. No, widow anchor my card. So I'm gonna put that Empire right back down though. No, widow anchor my card. Then right here we got going we're going against Horus. Look, I had a few times play that Ultimate Slayer. Look, that's the package right here, Maxi for Wallows. You gotta get that Maxi for Wallows. I kept saying that, man, throw me that, let me get that hand where you get that Maxi for Wallows package. Look, cause they go what they gonna try to do. You gotta hit that for Wallows first. Alright. It's from the extra decking from the deck. Anytime they special summon, you get to draw a card. Look, draw one. Max C, trigger off that Max C. Now this for every time they special summon a monster, you get to draw one. It don't matter where it's from. It's from the deck, the extra deck, graveyard. He ended off with a Mirror Jade. Look, I'm gonna use that Ultimate Slayer because I kept anticipating going second. I'm like, they constantly thirsty to try to go ahead, go first. So I kept running a few Ultimate Slayers in this format. I switched it up after a while. But yeah, gonna get that Wishes out. Dump the stone. Look, now I got 2 Veilers and 1 Empire. That's what it was looking like when you like, hey, I'm trying to build up some hand traps real quick. Make sure they don't do nothing. Once you got 3 hand traps, when it's their turn, they can't do nothing. I'm finna pop off. Make sure they don't do nothing. 2 Veilers, 1 Imperm, all of them able to stop monsters. I run my Veiler at 2s. Imperm I just recently switched it to 2s, but it was at 3 at first. But I put that Nobleman, or that, excuse me, that cross out. That was a misplay I just did right there once I just put that dragon up in there. But then again, not really. Because I just had to go ahead and reroute it. But anyway. Put that other Imperm right back down. Boom. Now I got 5 stops. I got 2 Imperms, Spirit, 2 Veilers. That's 4 monster negates. And then look at this. Watch this. True Light. I'm finna go into Ultimate Spirit, so I got 5 stops pretty much. I got 5 negates. That's like automatic win when you got that many negates. And they can't do nothing. Ultimate Spirit gonna stop another spell card or trap from activating. But he threw that Albion Sanctifier. That thing unable to be targeted though, so you can't target this card with card effects, so you can't really negate the Albion. No, that's the thing. So only thing that's gonna happen with Albion if they try to activate, then Ultimate Spirit to go ahead and negate it. But got 3,000 attack on that. He pretty much surrendered because Tyrant was gonna clear him over. But as you see, all them we finally at the Primite package. So I just go ahead and throw that Primite out there. And like when you playing it, I ain't really how people be making it seem, hey man, break my unstoppable board, man. We like, nah, it ain't nothing like that. Hey, break my unstoppable board, man. I just threw it. Nah, cause you gotta get through 2 Veilers, you gotta get through 1 Ash, you gotta get through all these hand traps before you talking about break your unstoppable board. He's not doing all that. I'm highly sure. Let's see what I do next. If I already got 2 Veilers, one Ash, that's plenty enough to go ahead and slow somebody down to the highest extent. I got an untargetable for that Neo Blue Eyes Engraved. You can't hit one of my monsters. He just Nibiru. He Nibiru me. So he got me a Nibiru. I dumped at the grave, in phase. So it's his turn. All I got now is 2 Veiler, 1 Ash. 2 Veiler, 1 Ash. I summon the Blue Eyes back out. I'm pretty sure Maiden finna pop out. This that Argo Stars. They beat me one good time as well. Argo Stars gonna probably become meta after a while. Right now I think they like rogue contenders, but it's a pretty good deck. I ain't gonna lie, they pretty good. They really put in work because they got that effect where let me see, once the gal right there, the Glorious gonna stop you from being able to target that back row and stuff, I believe. And they get to popping off. You wanna watch that? And they do the M Sadie, they do the not M Sadie, Apophis package. They do the Apophis package. So it's those little serpent trap cards. They got the Apophis package. And that package gonna be heavy up in once they come out with the snake. Once, cause they already got what is deity. But once snake release, they gonna have extra card for the package, and then they got a fusion monster. So when TCG is already out, I got the card. You need to run snake at like 2 or 3. You run that deity at 3, of course, at all times, and then one regular embodiment. You gonna run that at like 1, so Snake could grab one after you pop off with it. But that package gonna be real good for decks like Argo Stars once it releases and really give it more steam. It work with continuous traps too, so it's gonna have more steam. But he let me get that Nibiru token up there. That Nibiru token hitting it 6,700. Like, man, this is what Primite looking like though. I know I gotta detail every single thing what's going on. Like, this what this card did, this what that do. It's like you just gotta read. Sometimes it's just moving so fast. Look, I drill beam. He sent the gal to the graveyard. Look what he do when he sent the gal. Glorious. He tried to power down my primal being token. He was desperate. Like, he still don't smack over with that barrel. He was desperate. But I got the barrel and still was able to put in work. This time, where I'm going first. Mountain phase 1. This list what it look like when another one of them go first. Look, he playing Blue Eyes. This all you gotta do when you going against Blue Eyes and they going first. You wanna, if you got 2 Imperm or even 1 Veiler, 1 Imperm, you most likely good. I ain't gonna lie, you most likely good. All you doing is negating either the barrel. You wanna wait to negate that. Imperm could really smack that. If you got 2 Imperm, that's gonna be really, that's really dead. That's stain right there. Like a whole lot of gas, whole lot of stain. You gonna negate that, and then you gonna negate this this spirit right here. You wanna negate that spirit for sure. Don't let that spirit pop off so they can be stuck with that on board. If you Imperm that, you good. That's all you doing when you going against decks like that. That's what hand traps for players that don't know about no hand traps. They like, man, y'all always OP, man. It's like, cause we know about hand traps. You gotta know about your hand traps. Yeah, that's all it is to Yu-Gi-Oh! Nowadays, you gotta know them hand traps. Hand traps help make the deck, or else you ain't gonna be able to do nothing. People like, I always get negated every time I try to do something. What's the point of playing? They can't do nothing. But look, he just he splashed a card back to my hand. I'm able to triple tactics once he used a monster effect. He used that Heavenly Spears to send my my Sage back to hand. I already get the Maiden to white, so I don't know what he got going on with that. Look, I got 2 Veilers. Use that Roar. Pop that out. Boom. He got Majesty. What he use? Yeah, use that Majesty. His Majesty hollow. He got holographic Majesty. That's looking lit holographic. I don't think my Majesty holographic. That's looking lit though. But look. Well, I must have stopped one of his negates. I drill beamed it. I drill beamed his Majesty. Look, I drill beamed the Majesty. Get that Neo out there. Boom, smack that up over. He Nibiru me. Look, he kept doing stops too. And I special summon. Look, got the special summon. I summon again. Boom, I'm able to summon again because of once Mausoleum out there, you can normal summon 1 level 1 light tune in addition to your regular normal summon. So you normal summon it twice in 1 turn as long as it's a level 1 light tune. Like Baylor would have been able to pop out Maiden and Sage. Them your light tuners and Stone. But up in this Primite build, I believe I took Stone out. I take the Stone out. I couldn't attack this turn either. He gonna set one spell while I set me a spell. But look, this Primite Scream gonna do right here. This first time using Scream. Use that Scream, man. We gonna banish that. It negates the effect and banish. I got that Scream. I got that Ash. Ash gonna hit that lowerly low. Ain't no search. He ain't doing no search. He's gonna try to tribute this off, summon out of Blue Eyes. Boom. Look, then he think he's gonna go into this. He misplayed, really. He could have went into his Spirit Dragon. I ain't even gonna lie, he would have been lit. He would have been lit. But I veilered that I veilered that Spirit with eyes of blue. He would have been lit though. But I Spirit that I already said you gotta either veil or empire in that Spirit. Here go what he chooses to do. Going to heaven. He went to Liner. He already used Heavenly Seal. Look, he tried to use Liner to fetch one of my cards. Buddy, you will not. Baby, so some Blue Eyes players run Liner so they could jump in your graveyard for one of your light monsters. They're like, buddy, you will not. I can't let you do that. He going to a Superstar, Typhon, Slayer. He like, you go on here, do that. That's cool. Smack over, get rid of my Blue Eyes. That's all cool, buddy. Like, you can do that. That's what's up. That's what's up. Veiler, he tried to Veiler my Elder Barrel. I go on ahead, here go what I'm finna do. And I'm finna use Shoot Like the Splash out. I Majesty, I'm finna pop me. Let's see, that's one Blue Eyes right there. I should have, yeah, I pop both of those. We're gonna pop both of those. Slayer and his Lord's Low. Put that in the Biru in attack mode. I'm gonna draw 2 off my talents because he activated a monster effect. I got Primer Run Wait. Oh, we're gonna go on here and finish him out. Blue Eyes. That was just magnificent. I ain't really gonna play around. That's what happened when you give them a Nibiru token. Yeah, watch out for that Nibiru token. Now we got us a hand of Maxi, Nibiru, triple tax. I use the Maxi. Never he want normal summon. I'm finna go on ahead and get my draw now because he ain't had no Call by the Grave or Ash for that. Cool. Let's see what he on. Let's see what he's on. Get that extra draw. Got another Maxi. As long as I get me an extra crazy hand, it's impossible almost to lose. Scar Archfiend. The Scar Archfiend. What's that? Stardust Accelerator. That's what this one and pretty much like competition with Scar Archfiend and Stardust Accelerator. They like almost the same thing. Jack Atlas got his variation of Accelerator. Scar. That Scar Dragon. There go the real one, Red Dragon Archfiend's highlight for Jack Act. He's playing Jack Act. I hit him with a Nibiru token too. And try to clear him out some. He was able to go ahead and pop off again with them effects. I ain't want to get too crazy out there. But yeah, Nibiru ain't do too much. He activating. Red zone, red zone. Red zone. Crimson Gaia. That background of this red zone. That low key remind me of Palkia. Yeah, it remind me of Palkia. But Spirit with eyes. Blue. My time to pop out. After all that drawing off Max C, ain't no way I should have had nothing to use. True light. How he gone? What he do? Yeah, he gonna banish all monsters that ain't the highest level. The highest level is level 8. If it ain't 8 or higher, it get banished. So he pretty much just had me at one of those. Boom. Made him pop back out. These gonna pop out. We're gonna bring that Indigo Eyes out on display. I had to activate Indigo a few times this tournament. Indigo is clutch. Indigo clutch. Indigo clutch. Smack over that Indigo. Indigo is clutch. Negate all them effects. Indigo just negated all them effects, by the way. Both of these cards over here is fully neutralized. Once Indigo splash out and they pop off, no negate. Indigo negate the whole monster board. Everything is negated. All that stuff negated over there. Let's see what he gonna splash out. Another red dragon, it don't even matter. Because Tyrant Dragon gonna attack all his monsters once per turn anyway. So Indigo smack and Blue Eyes smack over for another 4,000. So that's what it looked like if Kyber was going against Jack At himself. Sorry, Jack Atlas. The first king was the king. Now let's see if I'm going first or second. We got wishes for eyes. Qualifiers, qualifiers, qualifiers. I'm going first this time. He just went ahead and look, we're gonna get that Lord load. I got Maiden. Let's see what I can do. Let's see what I can do. I get Drill Beam at least. Just go ahead. Go into that spirit. Give me that mausoleum. As long as I got that, I get mausoleum. True light gonna activate. I knew that's what I was gonna do. Give me that majesty for 1 stop. I got a drill beam for a stop, majesty for a stop, and a Nibiru. Made and come back out and splash, please. We need this. Give me that spirit with eyes of blue. I misplayed right here too. Yeah, I misplayed heavy. I ain't gonna lie, I misplayed. But then again, not really. Cause look, now I got extra stop. I go in the Heavenly Seal. Like I ain't had no choice. It's always something you could do. Always something. So now I got at least 3 stops. I got a drill beam. Throw that Ariana in the garbage. Look, throw Ariana away. No Ariana. Throw her away. Ariana gonna go ahead and drill beam gonna throw Ariana away. Throw her in the dumpster. Throw her in the dumpster. She's a dumpster girl. Throw Ariana in the dumpster. She's a dumpster girl. And then look, we got oh bro. She's a dumpster. Oh bro. Then we talking secondary. What? I'm finna go first. I'm going second this time. This Mimikul. Look, oh man, this is the match right here too. Yeah. Man's threw away the Wallows. Yeah. I thought I was stuck this match. I'm like, man, he popping off. He was popping off. I'm like, oh man, this can't be. Look, all these hand traps actually matter. I'm like, man, He was popping off. You wouldn't believe how his board finna look, and I can't believe I won this game. We gonna see what I do. But there's Mimagul. Mimagul ain't nothing to play with. They like Mimagul ain't nah, that Mimagul ain't nothing to play with, man. They made the qualifiers. I know he had to make the qualifiers. I know he had to make it. He ain't jump up in there with us. I don't know what happened. This deck was tough, but I overcame this deck. Look, Mimagul Dungeon. He throw that Mimagul Dungeon artwork. Sometimes you want to catch that highlight of them artworks. It's that giant Mimagul right here. Got that Mimagul Master. He gonna end on that turn, is what he doing. He throw him an Archfiend to his board. He put monsters on my board playing Trickaroo. I got Ash. Oh man. Look. Oh no, he Ash my card. That was his Ash, right? Yeah, he Ashed me. I'm like, cause I know I ain't just Ash myself in this duel, but he did. Look, he hit a Ghost Ogre on me and everything. Look, it got crazy. He even hit my True Light. True Light can't do nothing. All I got left is a roar. Blue Eyes like roar. That's all I got. But one card left. Roar to save me. That's it. Look, that's it. Maiden. Maiden gonna pop off. I get saved by the Maiden. I get saved. Imagine all you got left is a roar. Oh my God, all I got left is a roar. Holy crap. Look, send the Blue Eyes out, man. Look, here go what it's gonna look like too. The Indigo, this is what I was talking about when the Indigo Mans, you need the Indigo Mans. The Indigo Man's gonna splash. Indigo Man's just negated his whole board. Everything is done. Finito. It's done. The Indigo Man splash. The Indigo Man splash. If you ain't got the Indigo Mans up in that Blue Eyes, I don't know what you doing. The Indigo Man splash. Negate the whole board, put them all to shame and rest. Look, he tried to go on ahead. This what just happened. You can't really. He can't just really. Roar. Roar. Primate. Blue Eyes roar. Primate roar. That's what happened that game. Roar. On, bro. Roar. That's what just happened that game. Look. Then we talking fire and heat. I go first this match. Give me that drill beam. I already got my own Lordy load. Get Primate Roar up in there. I got Empire locked and loaded. Spirit with eyes. Spirit with eyes. He gonna ash my spirit. He ashed me, man. It's crazy. He ashed me, man. I don't know why. Everybody always playing around, lollygagging. They always playing around, lollygagging, man. But look, I got a Heavenly Seals right there. I got a Drill Beam, an Imperm, a True Lightweight, and I got a Primate Roar. There's gimmick puppets. People like gimmick puppets trying to splash, put in work. Gimmick puppets trying to splash. You gotta watch the gimmick puppets, man. They try to lock your board up. Them DDs. Like DDs and gimmick puppets, they try to lock your board, man, so you can't special summon. Like, watch them. Them gimmick puppets, man. Watch them. Watch them. I ain't play that raw out. 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 He just popping out, splashing and stuff. I ain't play that roar out though. Coin man, he got coins in his chest. Fanatics Machinics. Look, I got rid of that with drill beam. Drill beam hit that coin man. Coin man's chest got exploded out quarters on the floor. Put him right in the dumpster. Primite barrel. Primite drill, we get another drill beam right back down. I can't even activate that roar right there. Can't activate the roar. Go ahead, get that mausoleum. Put in more work. None too major. Gonna get that Baylor. None too major. Dump that to grave. Fetch for that blue eyes. None too major. Those two finna synchro summon to a spirit. Got spirit. On Lord Low. Finna get me another blue eyes out. He Nibiru. That go Nib. Nib. Look, he gave me a 9,000 Nib. What he doing that? He got 9,000 Nib. I just go ahead choose to activate that Primate Roar, put that in grave. So I got space to activate that Blue Eyes Roar. Give me that Blue Eyes right back. I'ma need that Wishes. Get that Neo right there, get that out the way. Put that Tyrant Man smack over. Now I got me some stops. I got Roar and Grave. I got protection on that Neo. I got an Imperm. I got Nib. It's looking crazy. There go Drill Beam. There go Drill Beam. There ain't nothing he could really do then. Drill Beam, Imperm, and Vela, and I got Roar and Grave. It ain't nothing too much he could do. And we finna Drill Beam something. Little Vela one on, we Vela the Rogue. Then we gonna go ahead send that Puppy Little. Puppy Little get Drill Beam. It was getting too crazy for him. There's nothing you could do. There's nothing he could do.